Hey everyone, I am so excited to show you this feature. I've had this in my head the entire year, and it's nice to actually be able to show what it's about. So, this is Mystic Hammer. You guys have probably played the demo on Steam. You know it, you love it, whatever. There's a story mode, which I don't want to undercut. It's wonderful. But replayability, right? So you want to finish the campaign and you want to play it again. So I'm probably not going to leave this to the end of the campaign, but at some point you will unlock tower runs. So when you click on tower runs, it says to choose a wave, and I've already played this before, so I got past wave 5, and every 5 waves it saves your progress, so you can come back in and try and push your highest wave, and every 5 waves you can come back. So let's go to wave 1, which is what you would have when you first start this. You'll notice you have 1,000 gold here, which is a bunch more than usual, and that's just to get you a little head start, which I think is reasonable. So I'm just going to start planning here, putting some dudes down. Some of you who are playing the demo probably don't have all of this unlocked, but the full version, of course, further in the story, you unlock a thief. And here they come. So, right away, you'll see we're killing and looting, but these are the early game mobs when you first start, early game monsters. So, as this progresses, it dynamically increases the difficulty of the actual enemies, but also of the enemy types. So, for instance, as we get to the higher waves, you'll notice that you won't be seeing goblins, flying monsters, and slimes anymore, but you'll be seeing some harder stuff. So, let's kind of progress here a bit. I'll show you how this works when you get to wave 5. So, I have the dreaded 2x speed for those of you who played the game. Many of you haven't used that. The game's pretty fast-paced as it is. So I'm going to actually level up some of these, because Chain Lightning is just awesome. Although, right now, a little overpowered. You need to tone it down, Mage. I mean, 371, that's a lot of damage, especially when it chains to 2 targets. So, she may be getting a little nerf. But anyway, we're going through, level up this thief here. We're going to a 2x speed just to illustrate how this works. And, put some knights down in case. Alright, boom! Milestone complete, wave 5. Your progress is now saved. So you've got some loot, you got some experience. I'm a very high level because this is my grinding account. I've been playing for like a year, just testing things. So got a little bit of experience, but now when we come back, like we saw before, we could start from wave 5. So we've easily pushed this, which, like I said, my level's a bit high. So let's put out these knights here and see what happens next. So your goblins and all of this from the first tier actually also dynamically scale up, because nobody wants to see a goblin that has 100 health get melted down later on. It would kind of mean nothing. So they actually scale up as the waves scale up. And now we see a skeleton knight and completely new enemies, and that's because we're hitting a natural difficulty tier where it's going to scale up the types of enemies I see as well as the first tier enemies. So as I go along here, completely melting along. We even have bosses spawn. I mean, this is one of the first bosses in the game. He got melted down pretty quick because, I mean, like I said, I just have some overpowered stuff going on here. And you could see that his health was a lot higher despite him getting mowed down. He did have a lot more health and does more damage. So as I just keep ascending the tiers here, things get a little crazy. So yeah, his health got even stronger than last time we saw one of them. So dropping down this guy again. Damage over time effects. Yeah, he just kind of goes down. So, oh, I better build up my wall here. Yeah, 2x speed's a little wild. I'll say that. Alright, so wave 10, congratulations. So we got to a new milestone. You get your little trophies popping out here. You'll notice the loot is much better. It costs 20 of each resource to upgrade in the crafting screen, and we pretty much got that just from wave 5 to 10. We got an upgrade for like 3 different units. And the EXP is just great. I mean, especially at some crazy high level, even wave 5 to 10 is significant amount of experience. So it's not just little trophies you're going to see popping out. Unlocking, for example, the fireball will unlock in this tower run mode, and there will be some other skills and even units that you can unlock through getting certain waves here. In fact, during the story, there's probably going to be a spot where we're going to have you go through this, at least maybe wave 20, to loot something that's special for the story to proceed. So it gives a reason to go back and forth between both modes. But if you go back to the main menu now, you'll see, just going back in, now I can jump right into wave 10, which I wouldn't recommend necessarily, because here's what happens, and it is intended. So you have a clean board, which means you really have to rush to get yourself set up here. I mean, I can't really go on 2x mode realistically, but let's just see, I'm trying to get up as quick as I can my board, and I don't have all the leveling that I've done, because these have 0 experience in this level now. So you can see it's a lot harder to try and jump in mid-level and do this. So I typically think people will go to their highest wave, maybe 5 less than that, and oh, we're getting lasered down, exploding purple laser, and go 5 below that, just so that they can resume a reasonable state on the board, and then push forward back to the tower run level that you've been in, then have a full upgraded board to push even further. I think that's typically how it works, but for the daring and for the higher levels, I mean, this is not very high wave 10, so I'm able to sort of jump right in. But you can see how much harder it is and how much more I'm getting destroyed here. So this is tower runs. There's going to be a lot more from me, but I think this other mode, aside from campaign, is going to add a whole nother dynamic to the game, and make it fun to replay and push, and share with me how high you guys got. I'm very curious the highest wave. So enjoy, and I'll talk to you next time. Farewell.